see. I've seen videos and pictures on the internet, and it looks really, really, really bad. And this is not just something that's random. We've heard reports of small towns being deserted because the residents of those small towns, they're no longer comfortable living inside their homes. Some of them locked up their properties that they suffer to build, that they struggle to build, they locked it up and had to move somewhere else. That small town somewhere in Kwara State, I think Omugo, has now been deserted.
I think we'll continue to see the issue of insecurity. It will continue to plague the country, largely because there is no political will now to solve it, and there will not be political will tomorrow to solve it. Nigerians, we tend to ponder to our ethnicity. When Buhari was there, they were killing people en masse. The Northerners did not say anything, and Tinubu became the president, and then they are killing people en masse, and then a lot of people are actually saying, are trying to rationalize it. Um, and it will continue to be like that. Even if tomorrow, magically or by some miracle, Peter Obi, Dangote, or anybody for that matter, becomes the president, I think the same thing will just be happening. There are a lot of people that have found a very good business in this insecurity. Those people wouldn't want the insecurity to stop.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Y&E podcast. Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, share, and engage with us in the comment section. There's been a lot of action on the internet, especially on X, about the recent attack that happened or the recent massacre that happened against the Christian community in some part of Plateau States. I believe the community is Anguwan, Rukuba, Plateau State, where it's been alleged that the Muslims or the Islamist folks in that region massacred the Christian folks on the night of Palm Sunday. It's a sad scene to see. I've seen videos and pictures on the internet, and it looks really, really, really bad. And this is not just something that's random. We've heard reports of small towns being deserted because the residents of those small towns, they're no longer comfortable living inside their homes. Some of them locked up their properties that they suffer to build, that they struggle to build, they locked it up and had to move somewhere else. That small town somewhere in Kwara State, I think Omugo, has now been deserted. You can see recently in that APC National Convention, you can see a lot of people. Although I still believe, I don't have any proof, but I believe like 90% of those people that attended the convention either got paid to attend or they were promised something. And you can see that this is the plan of the current government. They went to the UK, they paid people in the UK. So don't tell me that the people in Nigeria would not get something for attending the APC National Convention. And I still cannot fathom why people will still go out there and support this current administration when we've seen that the insecurity has taken a different shape, it's taken a different turn in this presidency. The president should be doing more than they're currently doing, if they're doing anything. And, I know they've changed the Minister of Defense. They've, put some structures in place, but the structures are not producing results. They're not producing tangible results where Nigerians can see and know, hey, that the government is truly serious about fixing insecurity. If they need to hire more people, yeah, they can hire more people instead of buying jets or instead of buying yachts. They can use that resources to hire more personnel in the security field to help them address the insecurity challenge.
Yeah. Um, Unfortunately, I think we'll continue to see the issue of insecurity. It will continue to plague the country, largely because there is no political will now to solve it, and there will not be political will tomorrow to solve it. Nigerians, we tend to ponder to our ethnicity. When Buhari was there, they were killing people en masse. The Northerners did not say anything, and Tinubu became the president, and then they are killing people en masse, and then a lot of people are actually saying, are trying to rationalize it. Um, And it will continue to be like that. Even if tomorrow, magically or by some miracle, Peter Obi, Dangote, or anybody for that matter, becomes the president, I think the same thing would just be happening. There are a lot of people that have found a very good business in this insecurity. Those people wouldn't want the insecurity to stop. There are a lot of people. In fact, there is a whole value chain in that industry that those people would not like that to stop. But it's unfortunate that people have to that people are experiencing this, especially people leaving their ancestral land and then basically going somewhere else to become a foreigner. Whether even if we all live within Nigeria, I mean, once you leave your home, your home, your local government, your ancestral land, and go to another place, technically you become a foreigner, even though it's within Nigeria, within the same state, you become a foreigner. And Nigeria is so dynamic that even within a state or within a state, you probably end up with almost different languages. So once you leave your ancestral land, you become a foreigner in somewhere else. And I just wish, there are politicians who have the political courage to solve it. But unfortunately, they don't, because there is always a political price to pay when you want to face things like that head on. And as far as we can tell, it looks like almost all of them are not ready to pay that political price. So it will continue to happen. With regards to the APC National Convention, I mean, every party loyalist, they always look up to the National Convention because a lot of them make money there. A lot of them live large there. In my state, Delta State, they basically, in fact, I'm sure they chartered almost 5 APC aircraft to go to that place. They lodge them in a hotel. A lot of them, that is their first time of entering an airplane. A lot of them, that is their first time leaving their village. And I mean, it's something they look up to. If you say they pay some of them, definitely they did. In fact, I think it was in 2015. I mean, in the PDP National Convention in Port Harcourt, they were buying delegates for as close as high as $5,000. I don't know how much it will be now. So imagine almost 11 years ago, they paid almost $5,000. Imagine what it would be today. So yeah, a lot of them, a lot of party faithfuls, they look up to it. And then if you say they pay them to be there, you are not very far from 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 the truth. And the ones that went to UK with the president, I mean, a lot of the things that Tinubu is doing did not really start with him. Psychophancy has been around for a long time, during Obasanjo's time, during Goodluck Jonathan's time. I can't really speak of Yaradua because he had a very short run. During Buhari's time, psychophancy has always been. In fact, there is no political gathering that they will gather without, inducing people to gather for for that purpose. So Tinubu did not invent some of these things that he's doing. He's just doing it extra, putting extra effort to make politicians realize, the kind of power and the kind of influence they can have on people.
Yeah, I mean, even during the APC National Convention, and I believe that was maybe in 2020, when 2026, so that must have been 2024 or 2023, when they were doing the primary elections for APC. There were allegations that the current president gave some people money and SUVs to vote for him. That's why people like the former VP Oshimba Joe couldn't compete. I don't think he got one vote during the APC primary for the presidential candidate. It's not a lie that parties or individuals in parties have paid the people that are supposed to be looking out for the other party members are supposed to be looking out for the people. I mean, if they're not looking out for the Nigerian people, how about look out for the welfare of the people in their party? Because it looks like these delegates only make money once in 4 years. And when they make that money, it's got to count. It's got to really, really count for something. So maybe they're going out with the highest bidder, and the highest bidder will pay them for the next 4 years. Unless they have a lot of influence and they're getting cuts from the local government chairman, getting cuts from the governors, getting cuts from the senators. Other than that, they only have once in 4 years to make their money. And it's sad that this is the way the system is, and there's no way to really check them. That's why a lot of people are saying that if you want to be part of a party, make sure you register and be a card-carrying member of the party. And even if you're a card-carrying member of the party, it still doesn't mean that they're going to choose you to be their delegate. it doesn't mean you're gonna get selected as a delegate. And I'm sure it's a position that is well favored because once they know you're a delegate, a lot of people are looking to make you happy to put some things in your pocket, whether you want it or not, in order to favor them when you vote. So it's just unfortunate that it looks like it's a systemic problem and it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. And if it's not going to be fixed, there's still going to be a lot of money going in, that they'll be using it to prosecute this election. And the Nigeria people are going to be at the bottom end of it. It's just so unfortunate. Insecurity issue is still ongoing. Electricity issue is another problem. The economy is bad. People can afford to feed or eat good to the square meals, and people are still going on TVs. They're still going on radio stations to defend this government. I don't really know what's happening. Maybe they're wanting to get some kind of position, or they're just not seeing what's going on with Nigerian people. A lot of people are complaining. Even the poor people, they're complaining. The rich people, they are complaining. And I'm not sure what's motivating the people that are hell bent on supporting the APC government. What's their motivation?
Yeah, their motivation is that a lot of them get their daily bread from for speaking for the administration and for defending some things that are indefensible. It's not like I told you before we came online. It's not like a lot of them don't know that there is issue. A lot of them actually they are very aware. They know that there are issues. They know that the policies of the government is not working. They know that the person that they are supporting is not quite doing as much as he promised to do, but they will still go ahead and defend it because that's their source of livelihood. That is why I don't take a lot of them seriously. Like people like Reno Mokre, people like FFK, a whole lot of even Jimo Ibrahim, a whole lot of them, they are just a psychopaths. They just sing praises of the administration, the president, because that is just their source of livelihood. Whether they have anything else they do, I'm not exactly sure. But if they do, they wouldn't be out there defending the administration the way they do because one thing, what I can deduce is that maybe these people are jobless. Maybe they're just looking for a handout. Maybe they're just looking for appointment. But it's unfortunate. Even the issue of insecurity, a lot of them are quite aware that the insecurity is ravaging the country, but they won't say it because if they say it, their meal ticket will stop coming. So we just have to live with it. It's unfortunate. Our brothers and sisters are having to endure this. It's unfortunate. I'm very, very afraid to break it to them that help is probably not on the way. Do what you can to escape the situation. I don't see help on the way. So just do what you can do to escape the situation. Let us know what you think about the report that there is a community that have been ravaged, that people are no longer inhabiting because of insecurity. I'll be happy to engage with you in the comment section.